Hi and welcome back to the channel. So the Osmose has arrived from French France. As you can see, it has just not really survived 100%. There's a bit of damage to the box and there's a big label here that says fragile, handle with care, thank you. But then obviously it has come from France, so by plane, so it's been thrown around and somebody's dropped it. So hopefully it has survived okay inside. So it is quite heavy, I have to say. Let's get it open and let's just see what we are getting. Right, so it has been double boxed. So has the other box survived? Right, so as you can see, the inner box has received a bit of damage as well. So it's gone right through the first box and hit the second inner box. So just as well they double boxed it. So yeah, so that's FedEx for you. Yeah, why did they bother putting on a fragile sticker? Right, let's see if it has actually survived. Right, thankfully. Right, hopefully you can see that. So we get a rather nice envelope which has been stuck to that. There is a whole thing of cables, so we've got all the different power cables, one for the UK, we've got UK, Europe, America and somewhere else, I don't know, there's 4 of them. So we've got a nice corded USB A to B, oh, very nice. We've got the power adapter, and then there's a UK, there's an EU, America, and whatever the other one is, I don't know, possibly Japanese or Chinese or something like that. So yeah, so that just that will just clip in there. So that's the UK one, that's the one I will be using. Question is, how do I get it out? Right, here we go. I will put that over there. So there we go, yeah, so hopefully you can see, yeah, hopefully you can see that's all the other plugs in there. I'll take this one off. Take the middle one off. It's always a bit of a faff, isn't it? But yeah, it's certainly well packaged, which is just as well considering the state of the box. So it is quite heavy for a 49 key controller. And there we go, I will move that up there. Apologies for the sound, but I'm using my phone mic, so yeah, hopefully you can see that alright. There it is, and all it is black and white glory. Yeah, so there's not much in the way of buttons. You've got a master volume, you've got kind of 5 rubberized buttons there. You've got 2 knobs, 4 knobs, and then these are for presets, and these are for the octaves. And then there's a headphone jack on the front with the volume, so that's quite cool. So is there anything on the back? Oh yeah, so we've got the back ones there. So so yeah, so you've got your MIDI, your USB, pedals 1 and 2, master out, left and right. So they've done it quite unusually there. The power supply and then there's power switch. So yeah, so they've kind of done it a bit different. Other holes here, so I don't know if you can see that. There's 4 holes there, so that must be for some type of stand, is it, that you can get for it? I don't know. I've never seen anything. I don't know what that's for. And the keys are kind of like massive. I don't know if you can see that. The keys are absolutely huge. You see, they're not like synth keys, obviously. So yeah, so the keys are really cool. There's so much aftertouch. Oh man. And I kind of did watch a video about how this is kind of made and how you can take it apart and, you know, just replace it. There's no glue in it. It's all screwed together, so you can take it apart and replace keys and do all sorts of upgrades and things like that. So it's very clever design. I mean, there's a huge amount of aftertouch on these as well. Let's get it plugged in and just see what it looks like. So I've got it hooked up and I've kind of changed my camera angle. So right, let's see what happens when you switch it on. Absolutely nothing. There we go. That took a while. Right. Please do not touch the keyboard. Startup collaboration in progress. Right. There we go. That was quite quick. So yeah, so that is the screen. Hopefully you can see that. I'll just check the camera. So hopefully you can see that. So it comes up with the first preset called Abyss Lands. So yeah, so there you've got your presets. You've got so button 1 is your presets. Button 2 is the synth, and then you can kind of control these with those. So that's your macros, and then you can adjust. That's the timbre, and the knobs are really nice. There's a lot of resistance to them. They're quite cool. So yeah, so you can kind of scroll through those, and that is your effects. So the global effects. So that's your macros, and the next one is global effects, EQ, and comp and gain. So yeah, really nice screen. And then, like I said, there's, well, depending on the preset, there's what, 3 pages? Yeah, 3 pages of kind of macros that you can adjust. And then the third one is the sensitivity. Right, so the first one is bending, you've got sensitivity curve, and I think there's presets. Is there presets? No, maybe there is. There's presets. Low, medium, regular, extreme, and custom. Yeah, so you can set up and save your own kind of sensitivity. So you've got pressure, and then what else have we got? Aftertouch, default sensitivity. So yeah, so that is your kind of third one, and then last is the playing. So you've got none, the arpeggiator, and then the press glide, which is basically portamento. So yeah, so that's your 4 kind of buttons. So yeah, and then you can filter by type. So we've got off, bass, brass, and you should be able to filter by the new presets as well. So it goes down, there's pads, obviously, which we'll be doing first, and then you've got factory, and then how do you change that? You've got user, and then save. So the first thing I need to do is probably update the firmware, because I doubt this is in, and I don't know how, I can't remember how to, I go into here, workflow, right, hardware, MIDI, info, yeah, Osmose version, so I'm on 1.1.3, so I need to upgrade to the 2.1, so that's the first thing I'm going to have to do. That is quite small for my eyesight. Sorry, I probably blocked all that with my body. So the main menu, and you can scroll through that there. So you've got workflow, hardware, MIDI, I/O, info, and calibration. Right, so that's that, and then we can go switch that back off, and then we'll stick to sound engine. So we'll click on sound engine and it will go back. So you can either have sound engine or MIDI, and then you can have standard MIDI or MPE MIDI. And then you've got the presets there, so you can move through the presets there. You've got acid bass, acoustic, a guitar, aerials. So yeah, and then that is your octaves there. So you've got a little light. So that's very cool. I do like it. I do like the design, and it feels really nice, and it is mainly metal. I think it is all metal. The case is all metal anyway, yeah. So it's a lot heavier than it looks. It doesn't look like it's going to be very heavy, but it is. And these keys are just mental. I mean, I can see why it's expensive. You can see why it's the build quality is fantastic, yeah. And you can filter by character as well. So you've got acoustic, aggressive, airy, analog, tonal, big. So yeah, pretty cool. Before I can do anything else, I'm going to upgrade it to 2.1, and apparently this will take an hour and a half. So don't ask me why, but it does. So we'll just have a quick look and see what's in the envelope before I go. That's a big envelope for a small package. And then we've got the quick start guide and the legal notice. So that is it. It's all very, very nicely designed. So there we go. Activation code, quick tour, connections. Yeah. Very cool. Right, so that's it. That's all that's in the big envelope. I will get this updated to 2.1, and then we can actually get playing the thing. So we'll get it set up, and I will see you in part 2. So I have got the Osmose hooked up. This is the first patch, and as I mentioned in the intro, it is called Abyss Lands, and we'll just get an idea of how this actually plays. So So you can see that is the pitch bend and the aftertouch. So if we go into macros, we can see there's timbre, layer speed, layer structure, release, modulation and delay. So that is the macros that have been applied to this. So, and the mod wheel is going to adjust the layer speed. So and that is the normal pitch bend. So these are the only thing I kind of don't like. I would have preferred a wheel. Just why not just wheels straight up and down like normal? I mean, obviously you're not using them as much, but I still think they're nicer to use a wheel rather, because you're going off at some sort of angle as well. You're not going kind of straight up, so a bit difficult to play and do that, because a lot of the time I'll kind of do that with one hand, but the keys are lovely. They're got a really nice kind of matte finish to them. They're kind of like silky smooth. So I'm not going to do a full kind of demo today. I'm just going to let you hear what it sounds like and how the keys feel. And let's say we could adjust some more of the macros, so we could adjust the key structure and the modulation. So let's try a couple of the patches. So got a lot of aftertouch on it. So we can go and see what the so that is the pulse wave modulation on the mod wheel. So we've got envelope time, cut-off, vibrato. So there's no chorus on. So it's going to take a while to get to grips with this, but so this is, I haven't changed the sensitivity settings. This is just straight off the bat. So I think we're in normal mode. This is After the Rain. It does sound gorgeous. I haven't actually gone through these presets yet, so I've no idea what they are. I'm just going through the A's. This is an Allen verse. So again, it's adjusting the amplitude, the FM amplitude. We've got timbre, FM ratio, and event time, envelope time, and harmonise. Turn up the harmonise. Right, this is ambient analog 1, that sounds more up my street. What have we got on this? Detune, amplitude, decay, release, and layer wave, keyboard amount. What's the so yes, modules do the layer amount. And a read. Right, here we go. This is where it comes into its own, and you've got like a flute. And this is 24 voices. I think I forgot to actually mention in the first video that this has 24 voices of polyphony. Right, so that is probably enough for today because like I said, I've not had a chance to go through the presets yet. So I thought I'd just give you a quick listen to see how it sounds and how this kind of works. So like I said, you've got your macros there and you can just adjust them quite easily. So you've got more breadth, body and shape. So each preset is kind of set up differently. So we can adjust it. So yeah, so anything at 0, I think the mod wheel is kind of going to be adjusting. That's the tone. There's not really much happening. Keys are just beautiful, absolutely beautiful feel to them. I don't know what they're kind of really unusual. So the other thing that I wanted to mention was the firmware update. So the firmware update all went hunky-dory, no problems. I just followed the instructions. So you hook it up with their USB cable, preferably. It tells you to do that. So there's a PDF for the firmware update, and like I said, mine was at 1.1. 2.13 and it is now on 2.1. So a lot of people were having problems with it, but luckily I didn't, and it took about an hour. So you kind of just let it go, and I didn't have to reboot it or anything. It just goes through. So it is doing a lot. It's backing up all the presets and then reinstalling the whole DSP hacking audio engine. So that's why it takes so long. And one of the reasons is it's doing it over MIDI. Now, one suggestion I would say is, why not put an SD slot in it? So like my MPC key, so put the update file on an SD card and put it in the back and boot it from that. So that surely would be a lot quicker, because some people have been saying it's been taking an hour and a half and it crashes and all this sort of thing. But this latest version, it's 2.1 point something. I'll put it up on the screen as well. I haven't got this connected via USB, but I'll put it up and show you what it looks like. It went without any problems. And so a lot, because I'd been reading a lot of the comments in the updated video, the one that I put on the end of the first video. People were saying they had problems. But if you follow the instructions, just it works fine. So, and let's say I get 80 new presets, and I will demo those separately on a video as well, because you get 500 as standard before, and then they've added another 80, so that is pretty cool. So you've got 580 presets, so that should keep me going for quite a while. So as usual, if you have enjoyed this video, please remember to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I will see you in the next one.